Know what happened after I caught the cat? So I caught the cat. I hope this isn't a long Marco, but I caught the cat. And Aggie came. I put the cat in the kennel. And then we went to catch the other cat. Because there were two. And we weren't going to split up a sibling couple. And they were both the same size. So you know how tiny that kitten was. So we put him in the kennel, the blonde cat. And me and Nick and Aggie go to get the other cat, which was behind a shed next to the dumpster, squeezed in under a ton of shit. Just a ton of random shit, like a broken kiddie pool, a rake, some tile, like some random stuff. And so he was cornered with Nick on one side and Aggie on the other, and I was like playing offense, just looking. And so, like, in order for us to get him, Aggie started unloading the behind the shed that he was in. So she started pulling stuff out, which scared the kitten. And when we saw where the cat was, he was like squeezed in something. And so she started moving stuff. So I knew the cat would get scared. He wouldn't just like let us unload the stuff and then get him. So I was like looking. I was like, looking down by their feet to make sure he didn't try to dart. So Aggie was like, I was like not looking, and Aggie was like, no, wait, Nick, because I don't know what he was doing, but apparently the cat was moving. So it all happened so fast. And so the cat was going towards Nick, and Nick isn't like a cat catcher, so he was like, what? And so then the cat darted out where Nick was supposed to be guarding, darted past Nick, and I was like, fuck! And so, like, Aggie's like, shit. Nick's just like, what? And then, so the cat, like, was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die if these giants catch me. So the cat was like, it was like a fucking cartoon. It was like darting around like ungodly speeds. And we were all just like trying to get him. And we were like on one side and there was a wall and then a gate, and the cat like somehow climbed up like 6 feet up a vertical wall, and was like on the wall for like a split second. And I was just like, how is this happening? Fuck. And we're like on Sunset, so it's like if the cat ran far enough, it's dead. And so the cat went through the gate, and it's like this like 500 feet of little kid daycare playground, which is fenced off, but the cat can fit through the fence. But it's like, so the cat ran, and he ran so fast, and he ran like that whole 500 feet, and Aggie's like, there he goes, and I was like, and so I was like, fuck. So I ran around the fence to the other side of the building, jumped the fence, and which is like illegal, and the cat was gone, and Aggie stayed there, and then and then Nick went around like the dirt lot on the outside of the other side of the fence to look in the bushes. And so he was on the outside and I was on the inside. And then I just got this like inner feeling to turn around and run towards the end of the fencing, because I was looking under the toys, but I was like, I'm gonna look back there. Even though I looked, I'm gonna check again. So I went back towards where Nick was going, and I saw Nick like touching the fence, and I was like, what is he doing? And I was like, is that a black thing? Because the cat was black. And the cat is like clinging to the fence, like trying to get away from Nick, but I'm coming towards him. So he's like, now where do I go? So he's just on the fence. And I was like, whoa, and I grabbed him, and he was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And so he like on my fucking thumb, my other thumb that I'm holding the phone with, and did not let go, and had the strength of a fucking pit bull. Like, he bit through my nail. You can't see it because it's like just still swelling, but you can't see it, but like, so that white is a bite mark, and then there's this white, that's a bite mark, and then there's like, you can't see it, but he had his entire like thing, and he was making this noise. He was like, like trying to like rip my thumb off. So I had him like this with my strength, and he's like a kitten, tiny, and I was like trying to rip him off of my thumb, and he wouldn't let go. And I was like, seriously, like, Nick, he's like eating my thumb. What I do, he won't let go. Like, I'm ripping his fucking neck, and he wouldn't let go. He was like super strong for a 4-week-old. And Nick's like, just drop him. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna drop the kitten so that he can go die? No. Like, I'd definitely lose my thumb over that. So I was just like, animal liberation. And so I had him on the ground and I was like trying to get him off. And once Nick said to let go, I was like, that's actually a good idea to like let go for a split second or act like I'm letting go so that he'll take his mouth off of me to run. And it totally worked. So I like went really quick and he thought he was going to run. And then I just re-scruffed him and pulled my hand away. And then he was like, because I had his skin. And he was like, it was so sad. He was like so scared. And he was like, his neck skin was like, I think pulling on his throat. So he was like, ow, ow, like really dramatic. So, and he's so tiny, but he fucked up my thumb. And I've been soaking it in hydrogen peroxide. But there's like 4 punctures on the top and then like at least 3 on the other side. And it was like really, really, really painful. And it bled too. Like he really punctured me with his little freaking razor teeth. So then I walked him the 500 feet back to the kennel with his neck all like dramatically pulled and put him in the kennel. And then he like cuddled up next to his sister and was like looking at me. And I was like saying sorry. And he was like so cute.